Dear God, I got one question. I need to know, do revolutionaries go to heaven? And if so, may their legacies last forever and their seeds grow. Tell them that we love them so and never let them die slow. It's like we cursed to be born black. We was kings and queens, now look where we at. I know it won't be long before we take it back. I just hope I live long enough to see it happen, and that's a fact. Cause one thing when you pro-black, you might love your people, but they may not love you back. For more than 400 years, we've been under attack. We survived slavery and then they gave us crack. Do revolutionaries go to heaven? 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 I wanna know. Do revolutionaries go to heaven? I hope so. Do revolutionaries go to heaven? I wanna know. Do revolutionaries go to heaven? I hope.
Okay. Man, I want to thank you. It's definitely an honor, man.
Man, thank you for reaching out. Hell yeah.
All right, we're going to get right into it, man. It's pre-recorded, so I'm going to chop it up.
Cool. For sure.
Peace and blessings, family. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Tajai Speaks, man. We got a legend in the building, a pioneer, one of the greats. Man, welcome to the show. It's definitely an honor. I truly appreciate you.
Oh, one love, man. Thanks for having me. Peace.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Man, for the viewers who may not know who you are, let them know your name and definitely let them know where you're from.
I'm Tajai from the crew Souls of Mischief and Hieroglyphics. So I'm 1/4 of the Souls of Mischief, 1/9 of Hieroglyphics. We've been around since the early 90s. Hieroglyphics is Del the Funky Homo Sapien, Casual, Souls of Mischief, which is me, A+, Opio Infesto, Domino, DJ Tajai, and Pep Love. So we're a crew out of Oakland, California. Been doing it independent actually since about 97. So we're coming up on 25 years plus of independence too. So we're just keeping it pushing.
Wow. Some giants, man. Most definitely. Shout out to the rest of the crew.
Peace.
Okay, now I always wanted to ask you this. Your name, your first name, does it have a significance to it? Because it sounds like it's a name from the Middle East or Africa or...
You know what? My dad's name is Thomas James Massey. So they took it. I got one of them names, so I'm Tajai from Thomas James. But, Taji is like crown. Tajiri is like rich and, in Arabic. And I think that in Indonesia, this name is actually a name. I was the first person I ever knew with the name in the States. I mean, there are a lot of people now. In fact, there are even other artists who are using my name now, which is crazy. So I'm just blessed to have a unique name, I guess, that people like. But usually when I run into those artists, they're named after me. Their father or their mother was a Hyro fan and they're named after me. But there are a lot of Tajais now. It's crazy how many there are actually.
Wow, that's powerful, man. That's why I asked, because I travel a lot. I'm a world traveler, but I go to Ethiopia and I go to Africa a lot. So that's where I got my name from. I corrected my name, so it's Tajai, but a lot of the African names, they have meaning. But that's dope, though, how your parents put it together for sure.
Yes, sir.
See, okay, man. My next question is this: by you coming from the West Coast, when did you actually get exposed to hip hop? Was it already out in the community, or was it on the radio or on TV already?
For me, it was probably Rapper's Delight, The Message. I was born in 75, so I wasn't really up on the Cold Crush and all that. Domino was probably the oldest dude in the crew. It would basically come on KPOO. Is KPOO and then KALX and KZSU. So there are three radio stations. They're all college radio. One's Stanford, one is Berkeley, and one's like a San Francisco small station. And they play whatever hip hop they could get, and it'd be mixed in with some disco and some funk and everything. But for me, it's like The Message and Rapper's Delight that really got me up on it. And I started rapping at 8. So I started rapping at 83. So that's right after The Message and Rapper's Delight.
Yeah. Wow, that's what's up, man. But coming from Oakland, man, it's like a mecca for just very, very talented and creative and, powerful people. You got the Panthers. I interviewed Lenny Williams. Cat from Tony Tone. Involved. You know what I'm saying? Oakland be represented, but whole Bay for real though. But
I think what's crazy is Oakland, man, you know, most of us are maybe first or second generation. You know, none of my family is from here. You know, they moved here, and I think that that's what it is we have this sort of gumbo. People moved out here to get away. You know, like I had a lady once. Her grandparents came out here because one killed the Klansman and just had to dip, and you know, they came west. You know, so we have all these different stories. A plus, his family's from Jamaica. You know,
Wow.
Casual's family's from Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my family's from Alabama and Ohio and Delaware. Pep Love's family's from Mississippi. You know, so I think a lot of us came out here, uh, and I'm not just talking about Hyro, but the Panthers, all you know, and it was a place where things were new. It was a new frontier, right? It was as far as you could get from maybe the Deep South or even the East Coast, and I guess a lot of people moved out here because of the hippies, because of different movements, also because of the opportunities with the shipbuilding during the war and all that kind of stuff. But they were given a sort of measure of quote unquote equality. And I think once you give somebody a taste of that, you know, what they, I don't know if it's Frederick Douglass, somebody said, you know, once a man knows how to read, he's no longer fit to be a slave, right? So you get a taste of
Man,
this autonomy and ability to move in the world in the way that you know you're supposed to be moving as a human, but actually given the words and the ability to express that, it changes your mind. So I think a lot of not just in our community, the Black community, but just in general, a lot of free thinking ideas are from out here. You know, so the hippies, you know, the women's movement, the
right.
people with disabilities movement. You know, we rumble strips are from out here and all that kind of stuff. And you know, it, the tech movement. You know, all this stuff is really centered in the Bay Area. You know, it's the last frontier. I think it's the closest. It's the gateway to the rest of the world on the West Coast.
Yeah, man, that's a blessing, man, to be from that area, man. You said some powerful stuff with that.